No.
Okay, going into game one of this best of three on the Zeek Thursday Daily $25 grand prize, presented to you by MannerSC. Manner StarCraft, that's me being Newtons, and Ben Novak getting into this game right now, loading up on MOG, Metalopolis, spawning at the 3 o'clock position. We have none other than the blue Protoss of Complexity Gaming. He is RSVP, spawning now at the 12 o'clock position. We have Amandel spawning as the green Zerg.
Yeah, and these are actually really interesting positions. If Amandel does let RSVP see this Overlord, there is a build that was kind of popularized. I don't know if it was completely created by Kiwikaki.
Okay.
But you do kind of like a 4-gate with immortal drops to just bypass all of the spine crawlers.
Oh, I've seen that before, yeah.
And it's a really strong style. But we do see a pylon going down on the low ground first here for RSVP.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be going for a forged span, which, I mean, we've seen a lot of it in the past, but recently, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of 3 gateway expand opposed to the forge. I mean, it's a little bit safer, and the forge is fairly greedy on this map just because of how large the natural is. But I'm sure RSVP has this very well timed out.
Yeah, and I think he's actually going to cannon himself on the top of the ramp, perhaps.
Really?
There are a lot of sneaky little builds. I do one on some maps that are a little harder to wall on the bottom. So,
with this being done, I'm pretty sure the assumption will be that Amanda will be going for just a straight up 15 hatchery. Well, he didn't see it quite in time, so the spawning pool did go down. But if a Zerd sees this, he does go for the earlier hatch, right?
No. If you go for an early hatch, there's a forge.
Oh, the cannons.
Yep.
The cannons.
So forge is going down here, and
yeah, I mean, Amanda went for the 14 pool. I don't think he'll be getting too quick of a gas. He has the opportunity to go for a quicker hatchery opposed to getting the speed first. He really doesn't need the speed at this time, as no real units will be produced from RSVP. So, I mean, we're just waiting to see what Amanda decides to do. He's getting his queen and 2 Zerglings out right now. Still no gas or choice of expansion quite yet.
Yeah, and actually, this play from RSVP forces Amandel to not expand, which I actually kind of like. We see right here, RSVP looks like he might pylon block this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to, but he did move the probe in time and decided not to go for it. So Amandel did get his expansion down with a fair amount of ease, still making drones at this time. Only 4 Zerglings were produced, and the Nexus is now being thrown down for RSVP.
Yeah, that's a nice wall off. That cannon is going to get a lot of shots off of the Zerglings, try to run all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to see this and definitely not even going in a little bit. Does not want to risk the chance of getting shot out by that cannon. In the Protoss position, what is the next step of this build? I mean, is Stargate a practical choice for this, or going into heavy gateway play?
Really, as a Protoss player, your mind is made up.
Okay.
So, some players like to go Stargate, some like to go 7-gate Blink, some like to go Robo. I'm not sure how RSVP likes to play this. We do see a second gas going down quite early for RSVP. So, we might even see some sort of, like, I've never seen it before, but I'd like to 7-gate Archon.
Okay.
Which would be really cool.
We might see the first ever 7-gate Archon on this game right now, if Ben's lucky.
Gosh, that would be so cool. Oh, gosh.
Oh gosh. 7-gate Archon. But there is a Cybernetic Sword just being put down as the gateway got completed. Additional pylon being placed at the natural. Only 1 cannon defending this, but I mean the wall is pretty strong, so I guess he can get away with it. Plus Amandel's only making drones. There's no sign of aggression coming out of the Zerg player at all. But a drone did get inside the main base and saw that there was no other Tetri going down for Amandel at this time.
Yeah, and that is a really lucky scout. He saw that there's no second gas, which could be fast muta.
Yeah.
Close by air positions is really dangerous fast muta, and if you just get blink stalkers up, you basically denied that. So, I think RSVP is in a really commanding lead here. Amandel forced to put down his 3rd, even though it's kind of shaky right now.
Yeah, I am noticing that RSVP is going for a +1 attack right now. I can't decide whether or not that was for just because he had enough gas to do it, or he's going for a very specific timing push.
Well, he doesn't have any gases at his natural, which to me, 2 gases in your main, no gas at your natural, and +1 started looks like a 6 gate with Robo when you push, or a 7 gate blink.
Yeah, we do see 2 additional gateways going down, a 3rd one on the way, so a total of 4 are going to be up, maybe a 5th, no, sticking on the 4 gateway, followed up by a 5th, followed up by a 6th, so this will be a 6 gateway push, followed with +1, and to be honest, looking back at Amandle's base, if he does not respond to this right now, he has only 4 Zerglings on the map, no spines, no Roach-Horn, no Baneling Nest. I mean, he's pretty naked at this point.
Yeah, and he has his 3rd, which is just a huge liability. The angles work out really good for force fields. All RSVP has to do is walk around the bottom of the map and up into the 3rd. And
yeah. The 3rd base just got up for Mandel. Transferring drones there right now. A pylon going up for RSVP in the middle of the map. I'm kind of scared for Amandel. He's not looking too good, continuing to make drones, and he has not yet scouted anything. I mean, he does not know these warp gates are up. He doesn't know if Stargate's coming. It's just poor scouting from Amandel that's potentially going to make him lose this game.
Amandel actually doesn't know that that pylon is up either, and that is a crucial placement. He can really punish Amandel from both his natural and his 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, Zealots are coming in, and a surround from the Zergling, so nice surround there, but there's just too many Zealots with +1, and now Hydra Den coming on the way, and more Zerglings being produced to deal with this.
Yeah, for all the little knobs out there,
Knobs.
if you get +1 for your Zealots, they actually one-shot Zerglings. So.
I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Zealots are out on the field still. There are just a ton of Zealots and not enough Zerglings. Drones being pulled off the line. More Zealots being warped in, but these drones are now naked. Nothing here to prevent them to die except for a few Zerglings being rallied in, and +1 just got started by Amandel, so a decent response, but I mean, it's too late at this point. There's not enough units to actually deal with this push coming in.
Yeah, and that 3rd is a huge liability, like I said. That could be 3 spine crawlers right now that, Banelings.
Banelings?
The Banelings.
Yeah.
That's 10 Banelings in the back of his mineral line.
I mean, that will definitely deal with these
RSVP,
Zealots.
don't stand there! Oh.
RSVP loses most of his Zealots, but look at the main base. There are still Zealots there. 21 workers were killed. GG coming from Amandel. We'll be moving on. What?
Just a game.
That was just a game.
Or it was a good. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll be moving on to Game 2 of this best of 3 between Amandel and RSVP. This is the round of 6 of the Zeek Thursday Daily Tournament, a $25 grand prize presented to you by MannerSC. That's me and Ben Novak here. If you're at all interested in following us, please follow the links presented to you on our overlay. We have Twitter, YouTube, and Justin.tv, so please support us if you would like. I know we would both really appreciate it.